do, because first, as bizarre as it sounds, the same vaccine, Covishield, was administered to a large majority of the British population. In fact, it was developed by Oxford University in Britain. So, if anything, Britain should be happy about the fact that a British vaccine or a British developed vaccine is being served across India, a land with such a huge population mass. So, what then explains why they have a problem first with the vaccine and now a problem with the uploading mechanism or how the certificate is obtained?
Thank you, Mr. Jacob, for having me on the show. I would just like to clarify something before we start talking about it. UK, India are a very strategic partner. UK is desperate to have Indian students to come to UK and study in the UK, and so is the UK government. UK is working with India to manufacture this vaccine. As we all know, AstraZeneca has given the formula to Serum Institute to manufacture this vaccine in India, and obviously vaccines are being supplied to the rest of the world as well. At no point UK will ever try and damage this relationship with India, because again, post-Brexit, India is a very important partner for UK, number one. Number two, there was some technical gap because the immunogenicity data that was supposed to be supplied by the Serum Institute of India did not happen in time. UK suddenly announced last Friday that India is going to be in the green zone of countries, number one. Number two, again, there was some technical issues because of which some of the data were still missing, and I'm sure this is going to be resolved very, very soon. The High Commissioner of UK to India, Mr. Ellis, has just now spoken in the last 15-20 minutes, clarifying all of this, and I don't think anything was done intentionally. Or there is nothing called vaccine racism, and we should not take it that far.
I'm not saying it may have been done intentionally. First of all, it's illogical to say that the same vaccine that's being given and manufactured by a company that is using the same formula, developed by a British university, and the rights of which is with a multinational company, to say that we need separate immunogenicity data in itself. Well, maybe they are well within their right to ask for that. But to say that we will not allow people who've been given that particular vaccine to come, I mean, it just beggars logic. I mean, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. The question, though, is, and I asked Priyanka Chaturvedi this as well, is the UK playing for something else? Because at the end of the day, what has happened is this is turning out to be a nice, money-making machine, as it were. First of all, the people who have to travel have to take an RT-PCR test, so that costs whatever it costs. Then once you come to Britain, you have to take a test on the second day, and then I think on the 7th or 8th day, and it's not cheap. It's £100, £100, £200, and then you got 10 days of quarantine. And if there are people who don't have a home there or who don't have relatives to live with, that means 10 days of a hotel stay. So maybe it's economics at play. I don't know.
I mean, you're absolutely right. It is very frustrating, and this should have been clarified from the very first onset as well. And it should have been more transparent from the very beginning. But let me clarify that Mr. Ellis has clearly said that there were some technical issues for which the UK government was still waiting from the Indian government to feedback on. That had not happened. And UK will not try and make few £100,000 by just doing some RT-PCR tests. We are already very stretched. We are still getting about 40,000 positive cases on a daily basis. Our number of deaths have started going up. Number of hospital admissions have started going up. We are entering into winter in the NHS. So again, the NHS has got its own challenges. So at no point UK government will try and make few £100,000 by doing some extra RT-PCR test or some extra tests on making people stay in hotel. There's no point. This is question about billions here, because again, UK, India are trading at various levels, trying to be a very strong partner in the current situation, and they will not try and tarnish each other's image by just trying to make few £100,000 by doing some RT-PCR
tests. That's a fair point. That's a logical point. So I take that on board. Let me ask Dr. Sunila Garg. I mean,